And Chris Ockley on the phone. Let's see, Monday, July 2nd, with brand new Olympian Brittany Borman. How does that sound?
It's crazy.
Well, man, what just an exciting and thrilling day it must have been yesterday. I know for you and family, and I know Coach, had a big support crew there, and even just all your supporters. That was just nerve-wracking sitting here watching the live results updated and get texts but tell me just what you're thinking and feeling right now, and all the emotions of the last day.
I'm still in shock. I still feel like it's a dream. It's something I've waited for my entire life, and I feel so blessed to even have the opportunity to go to the trials and then to make the team. It's just overwhelming.
And obviously it was it's not like it it was going to be a tough task either way, because even if you would have won, you not only had to throw great coming in. Obviously you had a PR of 194.11 I think earlier in the season, but to make that Olympic game standard you needed 200 feet and 1 inch, and tell me a little bit about the mindset coming in, and just I guess you decided to obviously just this was your shot in the jab, not waste time with the discus, and tell me what it was like sitting around for a week and what your mindset was coming in before you even competed.
I came in not really knowing what was going to happen because I was so far away from the A standard. I didn't really know what to expect, so I said a lot of prayers the night before and kind of came up with the motto. Well, I didn't come up with that. I'd heard it before, to let go and let God. So the next day I was really just relaxed, and I was just letting him kind of take over, and whatever was supposed to happen happened. And it's just unbelievable that whenever you give everything up like that, what God can do through you.
Right. How did you feel on Friday during the qualifying round? Did you feel like you had some good throws and you were ready to give it all, be able to give it all you had on Sunday? Tell me about that a little bit.
Not really. I was consistent in the 170s, and I felt like I was hitting it pretty hard, so I was a little nervous. I just wanted to come out and compete on Sunday and see what happened. Right.
And started out with, one couple of 180s, 185, 180, 188, 11, and then on your third throw, and I think that put you in third as you went to the finals with the final 8 competitors, and so 2 people behind you. A foul on number 4, and then 188.5 after 5. What were you thinking after that 5th throw? How'd you feel? Did you feel like you had some good throws, or did you feel like they were, technically and everything was sound, or did you feel like? Tell me just what you remember thinking about it after that point.
Yeah, it was a really solid series. It's the best series I've had ever in my life. So for that last set, I was just really thinking that just keep doing what I was doing and just kind of get the crowd going with me and let it go.
Yeah. And any extra anxiety, or did you just have that sense of calm and just give it all you had and see what happens?
Yeah, it really was a sense of calm. I was surprised because I thought for the first day I was really anxious. I was like, oh man, I've been waiting to be here my whole life. I can't wait to get out there and throw. Like I was just so nervous. And then for that next day, or for Sunday, I was just kind of sitting back and letting what happened happen.
Right. And what did you, with the family and friends and all the support crew there? Did you hear them? Do you remember at all hearing their cheers or throughout the competition at all, or were you just focused on throwing and then looking at Coach and hearing what Coach had to say and refocusing?
You can kind of hear everyone. It's a really great environment in Oregon because everyone gets really into it. So everyone's kind of cheering throughout the entire meet. So just just having all that behind you to kind of push you and keep you going, and then knowing that my family was there, I mean, I couldn't ask for anything more. They've been great throughout this whole thing. They've been to almost every meet, and they got me to where I am, so I couldn't thank them more than any of my coaches.
Well, so you'd coming down to the last throw, you'd secured at least a medal. You were sitting in third, I think, at the moment, and I was just sitting here watching as the things update, and Coach Bingham. Well, I guess I hadn't heard back from him yet, but what tell me that sitting here praying for you, and Coach texted me last night that same thing, that you were praying, and just tell me what led up to that final throw and what you felt like when you let it go.
So I kind of didn't think that there was a chance to make the team, because I had to have that 200-foot mark, and so before that last throw, I was like, well, really, I definitely can't do this on my own. There's absolutely no way. I mean, I haven't even gotten to this point on my own. So I said a prayer. I prayed that God would just kind of take over my body, take over my mind, like let me relax and stay calm, and still just let His glory kind of shine through me. And it was unbelievable. I mean, I was completely speechless after. It was all a big blur. Yeah.
And when you let go, did you know it was good? Or did you?
No, I had no idea. I thought it was even like 170 feet.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I put much effort into it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was trying hard, but it all kind of ran together. I was like, oh man. And I kind of heard the crowd cheer. I was like, oh, please God, don't let it be 2099.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, 6099.
Right. And then when did you, seeing some footage, you ran over and jumped into, I think, Dana Pound's arms. You guys were celebrating, and what was that? Did you just stand there and wait for the mark, or did you just know that it was way out there and it was going to be close?
I kind of knew it was going to be close by the crowd, so I stood there and waited for the mark, and I saw it, and it was crazy.
Jubilation,
I really can't explain it.
Yeah. Well, there's some neat photos of you and her jumping and celebrating. It's pretty amazing. So,
Dean is awesome. She had a really good meet too. She actually PR'd for the year a couple times. So.
Okay. And former standout for Air Force, and I assume has gotten married now with Dana Pound's Lion, but. What was what do you remember anything about the celebration after the throw, of what, looking in the stands, and what do you recall anything in those moments afterwards?
I just remember being so thankful.
Yeah.
Thankful to have the opportunity to go that far, and to have the coaches I've had over the years, and my parents always there supporting me, along with my sisters and the teammates. It was just a lot of joy that all came at once.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty amazing. In my little post I wrote last night is, without that last throw, you have a great meet, but basically you just end up with a U.S. medal, and being an Olympic year, I don't think that there's any other U.S. senior, competitive meet. So it just meant you were a medalist, and you'd go on to compete in Europe, the European circuit for a while, and then you'd have to compete again all next year to make another U.S. team for another international event. But with all that one throw, you won the event. You broke the Olympic trials meet record. You got the Olympic Games standard and became an Olympian, and just pretty exciting and dramatic. I will have to look online and see if there's some full video of it, not just the throw, but throughout the whole competition. So, tell me afterwards after I guess Kara passed, and then Kimberly fouled. So what? Obviously, you knew you were in either way. Tell me what, after seeing that and realizing that you were obviously you've been two-time NCAA champion. Now you were the best in the country. Tell me what that feeling was like.
You know, it was sad because Kara had hurt her knee, and that's why she ended up passing the pass.
Right.
So I felt bad for her and what she was going through. And Kimberly and everyone did really well that meet. Like, they had great marks. It was a really competitive meet. The top 8 was pretty much over 180. It was a high 170s, if not. So, it was just great being able to compete with all of them because we all kind of push each other and just kind of build off each other's marks.
Right. Well, and I'm sure afterwards you packed up the bags and then headed over to I'm sure you got your victory lap. Tell me what that was like.
It was crazy. The fans at Oregon are great. I got to see my family, my coach, my teammates, and it was awesome.
And then headed over to the press conference. Anything memorable about the press conference? Any funny questions that stood out, or anything that you remember?
Not really.
And then tell me, I'm sure it was a late night for you. Did you, at some point last night when you were getting in bed, did you just look back and think, oh my gosh, when did you finally realize that you were U.S. champion and going to be be able to compete with the world's best at the Olympics? Did you ever have the moment that it set in and hit you?
I still don't think it's hit me yet. I got about an hour's sleep last night, so
yeah.
I'm just so excited to be able to go over there and represent the United States. It's always been my dream, and for that dream to come true, I can't be thankful enough.
Yeah. Well, tell me, just a dominating win at NCAA meet 3 weeks ago. Tell me how good that, just an amazing series. All 5 of your legal throws would have won the competition. Were better than every other throw in the competition but one. Tell me how good that felt and just the confidence that gave you.
It was a really good meet. All the girls were competing very well. It was nice to be able to throw against a lot of girls I've kind of thrown against all year. So it was really easy to stay calm and kind of keep everything together. And me and my coach have been working on a lot of stuff that week, so just to be able to go out there and kind of keep building on that was a really good experience and kind of got me ready for trials. Yeah.
How frustrating was it that you had to, as soon as it was over, turn around and be like the third or fourth one up in the first flight of the discus?
That was interesting. That was a little tough, but everything happens for a reason. So
yeah.
It wasn't my thing.
Right. Yeah. And then and obviously that forced you to take the top of the podium 2 hours or whatever after the original award ceremony. But as you wrap up 2 weeks, tell me a little bit about the trip. I know I guess you guys had rented a place up there and had a big group. Was that all family and Coach Bingham and your fiance, or who all made the trip with you?
To Eugene or to Nationals?
Yeah, to Eugene.
Coach Kreitz made it up, Coach Ludwig, a few of the other high school coaches, and then my family, my fiance, and Vince. It was great. Everyone that's really been there for me. It was good to see a lot of them there.
Yeah. And then today, I guess you went through processing the long series of fitting you for uniforms and giving you tons of great gear that any U.S. track fan would love to get their hands on, and then getting all kind of information from you and trying to plan ahead. What's at this point? Is the family scrambling to make plans to make it over there? I assume.
Yeah, I think my parents are going to try and go, and then my fiance too.
Great.
So, I'm not sure if my sisters will have to go to school early or what's going to happen with that, but it'd be really cool if everyone could make it over. And
then tell me how the decisions went down with signing with an agency and then eventually signing with Nike.
Yeah, that was really cool to me.
I
never thought I'd reach this point.
Yeah.
Just to even have the opportunity to get an agent and then get even gear from Nike was more than I could ask for. So
Sure.
I was really excited whenever I saw the contract and saw that I was going to be competing for them.
Yeah, yeah. Was that a fun process, an easy process to look at different people who might have been coming to try to wanting to represent you as agents, or was that share whatever you feel like sharing about that? Was that fun to be courted by probably more than a few sports agencies?
It's a cool process. It's really neat to have people that are willing to help get you into meets and help get you a contract. And the guy that I ended up going with, Mark Pryor, he's been great so far. He's been there at the competitions and kind of trying to set up meets for me this summer if I didn't make the team, and just very supportive. It's kind of like having another coach. It's really cool.
Yeah, yeah. And then what are the plans now? You just gonna take a week to rest and recover, and then get back to training, and then go to the U.S. training camp, or are you gonna go over and do a meet or two in Europe?
Yeah, we're gonna head back, and I think we're gonna take probably a week off from throwing, just keep lifting, and then we're lucky enough, me and Tia have Coach Blue and his wife going over, so that'll be awesome to have him there to train with and take us through the whole process, because they've both been there, they've both been through it all. So. Right.
Well, tell me what that's like of being with Coach Blue Trick and his wife, who she was an Olympian also.
Yeah, for the Javelin.
Right. Tell me what that was like, and then also on Friday night, having Oklahoma teammate Tia Brooks making the shot put. Tell me about those feelings.
I'm so excited for her. This has always been her dream too, to make the team, and she did it, and I couldn't be more happy for her. And having Coach Blue and Linda there is more than either of us could ever ask for. He's been a great coach for us. He's gotten us to this point, technically, physically, everything. He's prepared us for these meets, and since he's still there supporting us, I mean, it's really great. Even though my eligibility's up, that he's going to continue working with me.
Right. Can I ask you what in the future are you gonna? I believe your fiance is coaching at San Diego State. Do you have plans, anything, or are you just not worrying about anything until things wrap up in England? And, share whatever you feel comfortable with.
Okay. Well, we actually stopped working there and moved to Oklahoma this year.
Oh, okay.
So he's been working for a pharmaceutical company.
I see. Okay.
So he's already kind of out in Oklahoma.
Sure.
And then I have one more year of school to finish up, my undergrad. So we'll be there anyway, training.
Great. Yeah. Well, any final thoughts on just what the last couple days have been like, and I'm sure you're exhausted, and just the excitement and anxiety and exhilaration. What tell me about this, and what your thoughts are of going to London.
I just feel truly blessed and thankful. I can't even explain how great of an opportunity this is and how amazing it feels. Yeah.
There were no heart attacks in the stadium or anything. Like I said, I felt like I was having one here. My pulse didn't slow down until probably about 1 a.m. last night. So.
None that I know of.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. So excited for you. It was sure fun to see, and I know at the moment you're one of 6 Missourians to make the team, and it will be fun to hope you stay healthy, and just excited to be able to put that red, white, and blue on. Obviously, you've done that before. Was it 2 years ago? Did you do the under 23 championships or the Pan Am game? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, it was the NACAC.
Okay, that's right. Okay. And obviously this is, at the biggest stage in the world. And have you let yourself think about putting on that U.S. uniform and being there in the opening ceremonies and walking around that track with. Have you even thought that far ahead? You're probably too exhausted to even think about that.
And, I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's going to be a great experience.
And how often did you ever let yourself consciously dream or think about being an Olympian someday? I assume, like most athletes that you've done, you've let yourself dream about doing that someday.
Yeah, I mean, from the age 6, it was always my dream.
Yeah.
As soon as it started track, I mean, that's the first thing kids start thinking about because they see all their role models doing it, and it's just something that you want to grow up and do. And I never thought it would happen, so I'm beyond thankful for it.
Right. And tell me, was when you first picked up a jav? What point in your career did you do that?
It was when I started the pentathlon or the heptathlon. But we don't have it in school in Missouri, as you know.
Sure. So
it was always a summer thing, so it's cool doing it year-round now. I really enjoy it.
Yeah. Tell me, I'm trying to think, was that with the Jefferson County Jets, maybe 8th or 9th grade, that you would have started trying out the multis and picked up a jav for the first time?
Yeah, I started the multis when I was actually 6, but it was a triathlon, so we didn't have jazz. It's probably when I was around 14 or 15, so
yeah.
Around freshman year of high school.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. I think you've reached the goal that every track and field athlete dreams about, and I know there's a lot more great things for you to come, and I just hope and pray you stay healthy and have an even better experience and better time in London. And so congratulations, and thanks for the time, Brittany.
Thank you so much.
All right.